I thought people were kind of gonna shut me out and make me feel, or like be nervous around me and be very like censored of what they say, and like think of that I'm a really sensitive, like fragile kind of person, I guess. With the few people that I have told, they like they just treated me the same, but with a little more like love, I guess. They just kind of loved me a little bit longer, a little bit more.
Just like not treat me like a normal person. Like, cause that's how I want to be treated. Cause I am a normal person. Nothing's like physically wrong with me that you can see.
It's just like chemical imbalance in your brain, or that's not anything to be afraid of.
And like feel bad for me, cause what I didn't want that. Like I was battling. Like I was struggling for myself. It was great knowing that they actually cared about you.
I mean, we all have similar struggles, and I think with that, we all connect better.
I definitely trust the members, like, all the way. Everything in the club is confidential, and so when I talk to people, like, we all relate to each other, so I felt really comfortable in the atmosphere. Like, even my first meeting that I ever went to at the end of freshman year, like, it was weird how comfortable I got, how fast I did, because, like, everybody was so, like, warm, like, I don't know, and, like, welcoming. Like, it was a good feeling. So.
The atmosphere isn't always like happy, because when we talk about like serious stuff, and like everyone will clap when they get really happy, and like we're talking about good stuff, but yeah, so when it's serious, like we'll all like try to help each other, and yeah, we'll all like sympathize with each other.
The atmosphere is very family-like. I feel like we're all like a family here.
I feel like I can express my feelings without anyone in the room judging me, because everyone in that room understands and they're going through the same thing. So I know I'm not alone, and I can talk about anything and everything without feeling one ounce.
In a way, we've all kind of dealt with sort of the same things, so in a way it's like a close-knit circle. So you really feel comfortable with everyone while you're at the meetings, as well as when you talk to people that are all in the club together.
And it's always just a very open environment to get talk about whatever, even if it's really serious and you want to talk to someone one-on-one that you really trust in the club, like one of our leaders, like Lauren or Olivia or Katie. Any of them definitely were always open to listening to us. The confidentiality behind anything that you talk about is always really helpful for people, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking to someone one-on-one, thinking, oh, they might judge me, or they might go and tell others my business and stuff like that I'm going through. But with the people that's joined this club, it's always been people that are trustworthy and that will not spread any of your stuff that you want them to speak about, because you told them personally and they appreciate that. But also the fact that whenever someone talks about mental health or depression or anxiety, bipolarism, anything that's in any way related to mental health, everyone instantly like gets this feeling and they kind of shy away from it because they feel uncomfortable talking about it. But to be able to talk about it in an open environment definitely has helped a lot of kids that have joined the club, and it makes you feel better and not so confined to all your thoughts and emotions.
Well, I had come into this club like at the end of my freshman year, and I was kind of to myself, which is totally out of my character. But I didn't really want to tell anyone my story, so I told Katie, because she had been my friend before that, and she had been what brought me into the club, and she was trying to like get me to come out of my shell and talk to people about it. And I didn't do that until like the middle of sophomore year in the club. And nobody really judged me for it, because some people could relate to it and they had had some of the same things happen. So I really appreciate them for accepting me. I was really scared at first, like I thought people were gonna judge me, but then like it's such like an open club, and like everybody is so like supportive, and it's so amazing. And once I shared my story with everybody in the club. Like, there was so much support and love. Like, I could feel all of it. And it felt so great. And I just loved it. Okay, so, my friend was basically going through the same things. And I pretended like everything was okay. And I was pretending nothing was wrong with me at all. I just pretended like I was a happy person and everything. And then one time she came to me about all of her struggles and everything that happened, and I didn't realize how much I could relate to her.
I reached out to my friend when she tried to kill herself. I reminded her that she does belong here. God did put her here for a reason.
I have this one really close friend that I had met at the end of freshman year, and a lot of rough things have happened to her, so I kind of had to be there to help her through it, and I kind of felt like I should be the one there for her most of the time. So a lot of things have happened this past year with her. Like, people were put in your life for a reason, and I feel like I was put in her life for a reason.
This club impacted me because my freshman year when I joined it, I had no idea what like mental illness was. I just thought that I was going through something that nobody else could really understand. I thought I was completely alone and that nobody would have any insight could ever help me because I didn't understand what I was going through, let alone anybody else. So I joined that club and I realized that I really was not alone and that that people were going through the same thing I was, and that when I talked to them, it didn't make me feel as alone.
Well, Seeking Smiles personally just was a good inspiration and a good feeling to go to every Thursday. It's like during Watch Hour, just to like get everything that was bothering me off my chest during the week, or that was really helpful throughout the week with our whole highs and lows. It helped me find an appreciation in whatever it might have been that made me feel happy for that week.
In a way, it's made me more open to people, as well as be able to really understand what some people are going through and also relate to other people and in that way help them deal with their problems while also dealing with mine at the same time.
This club helped me like go and get help and like understand why my brain was doing this and why I was feeling so sad and depressed and lonely, and it helped me find the happiness that I can find in myself and help me become a better person and find the person that I actually meant to be.
So, joining Seeking Smiles my sophomore year really helped me to learn more about what I was going through, but also what other people were going through. Before my sophomore year, before my sophomore year, I had a really hard time struggling with depression and mood disorders. And so going into Seeking Smiles, there were so many people who had like so many similar stories, and it just made me feel like I wasn't alone, and it really inspired me to go on and do bigger and greater things.
This club has kind of made me open up myself more to other people, and it's helped me understand other people and what they're going through. I've kind of like made new friends along the way that have helped me, and I feel like I've helped them. The things that are like talked about a lot in the club that a lot of people struggle with is like anxiety and depression and the separation of your parents, stuff like that. And so that was a lot of things that I went through personally, and it's really hard with anxiety because everywhere you go you just feel really nervous. Once I connected with other people that like had anxiety, it made me feel more like okay, that I was like, I have anxiety, like I have to deal with this. This is an everyday struggle, like I have to do this. I'm going to get through this. Well, the situation that I've gone through is that I've never really told my family what's been going on with me, so they don't really understand why I'm like the way I am. My mom just like thinks I'm having a mood swing, and it's not just a mood swing, and she doesn't understand why I am like that. And
In middle school, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and for a while I just felt really alone, and all I did was sleep, and I didn't talk to anyone because I didn't want to accept that I had problems. So I acted happy, and I figured if I acted happy long enough, then my problems would go away, but it only got worse. Recently this summer, I attempted suicide, and the doctor said if someone would have waited 7 more minutes, then I wouldn't be sitting here today. I thought nothing in my life could get worse. Like, this was the worst that it could get, and I would just be like this for the rest of my life. Until 2 weeks later, my brother passed away, and when I found out he passed away, it felt like I got stabbed in the heart a million times. My brother dying made me look at life at a whole different perspective. Now I would never think twice about even trying to hurt myself. I value life way more now. I thought a lot about, like, why would I ever want to hurt myself? I have so many people that care about me, and I would never ever want to put anyone in the same position that I got put in the same pain I feel every day now. So I realized that God put me on earth for a reason, and it's to live out my brother's legacy and to help other people.
Okay, well, with me, I'm very good at giving advice, but only when I'm also upset. Which, I mean, that sounds strange, but it's like when you're upset, you're thinking more, which kind of puts you through the mindset. When people come to you, it's like, okay, well, if they want to talk about something, I can kind of tie in or incorporate, like, your problems as well. So it's like, I help people by relating their problems to mine, and it's you tie in their struggles with yours, and it's easier to relate with people, and that's usually how other people help people, is because you can relate to them, and it's easier to help them.
This club, in a way, really opens people's eyes to what's actually going on, because you're not just hearing it from like a different, like an adult or like a teacher, or you're not just reading it out of an article, you're hearing it from people that have been there or are still there now, and it's like a one-on-one experience with someone who's basically already been there throughout the entire event. So it's really a more personal feel than just having like a teacher show you a video about something, and it makes you feel really connected.
Coming from someone who doesn't really have a whole lot like influencing his life negatively, it's helped me just by, like, it's gonna sound really selfish, but it makes you feel a lot better about yourself, and makes you feel like, hey, maybe this person will think twice next time, and maybe they'll hit me up on my phone or call me or whatever whenever they hit a low in their life, so that way they don't make a mistake, you know?
So if you are struggling with suicidal ideation, with depression, with anxiety, bipolar, whatever disorder, even if it's not a mental illness, you can still come to Seeking Smiles. And please reach out and ask for help, because you are worth it. You're worth being here. So, yeah.
Definitely, if you're having a rough time, or if you're going through a rough patch in your life, even if you're not there the entire year, join, even for if it's just a couple meetings, because just being there and not only supporting others but supporting yourself, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like either you got something really heavy off your chest, like a weight is lifted off your shoulders because you finally got to tell like someone that understands, but also it makes you feel better about yourself because you're helping someone that probably thought they were the only ones experiencing it, or that they were alone. So it's a great place to be, and I probably couldn't have imagined going throughout sophomore and now junior year without the Seeking Smiles Club.
Yeah, don't feel pressured that if you join midway through your school year into this club, or only come for a couple meetings when you're going through a rough time, because if you want to come back, you always can, and they're always going to welcome you with open arms. Or if you're just there for the rough time in your life to like help you pick yourself up and stuff like that, that's what they're there for. It's a support group for a reason.
Everyone has a purpose, and without you, the world wouldn't be the same. The people you care about wouldn't be the same. You're on this earth for a reason. God just didn't put you here just to put you here. It's important to me to make sure everyone I care about, and even people I don't know, to make sure they're all happy and they know their worth.
And I think just what we have to do is we just have to keep fighting. We have to kind of know, when our symptoms are going up, and just have our coping skills and use them.
And we're filming.
Oh, we are. Jenna, come on, hurry up.
Hi there. It's Oprah Winfrey. Welcome back. What does that mean? That was good.
Do you want to do it?
Tears.
Wait, it's this one.
And
Like I...
It's okay.
Fudgesicles! Okay. Damn it! I said that wrong!